All right, guys, let's revisit XRP. This is one that we covered 2 weeks ago. Well, XRP was up here hitting resistance at 88.8 cents. I will replay a couple clips from that just because they are relevant here in a second, but we did talk about how XRP was coming down to support at 69 cents to 66.4 cents. To the downside, do we have anything that's telling us where support is? Yeah, we have 69 and 66.4 cents. We did have previous support that we've discussed in the past, which does come in here in the form of what looks like a descending triangle. You can see that we nailed 62.158, and now we are coming into support here, getting it right again. So we need to figure out where we need to go from here to make this something that's going to be good for XRP in the medium term. So let's do some like lower term analysis and really kind of dive in and figure out what needs to happen here for this bounce to get underway. So that's what everybody's wondering. Is this a high or low? When will we know? Let's talk about confirmations. So this video will be paired up with XLM. So if you're watching this on YouTube, not TikTok, you will get the XLM side of things as well in the second half. So XRP, very, very simple. We need to hang on to 66.4 cents. If we lose 66.4 cents, well, we're probably looking down closer to 58. And again, if we revisit our macro range here, you can see 58.123 being the low side of the support that we need to hang on to. And if lost, this does look like a breakdown. Now, we're not really expecting resolution of this structure until the second week of May. That doesn't mean it can't happen before then. Things definitely don't have to go our way in terms of time. We just know that we have a time pivot coming in from May 16th that week, and then another one on May 30th. So we're really looking towards the second half of May to be an interesting time and inflection point in the market, and for this asset as well, it is no different. So TA serving us really, really well. I actually do have a position on XRP. I took it on this dump right here into this support. They're aware of it in the group. So I am actively trading this coin. That's why we're looking at it again today. So as we look at XRP coming into support, TA just being absolutely respected here, where do we need to go? Well, if we start diving in from a local standpoint, we do have some ranges that just kind of ended. You can see we're trying to work our way back in here right around 72 cents. That's going to be the area to get back above, at least in the immediate short term. From there, we really are looking up to 75.8 and 77 cents respectively. Okay, so that would be right here. You can see that you have a developing range coming in, and you have a previous session that has closed, all coming in between the 75 cent and 77 cent region here at the POC, meaning that this bounce right here should see these values, 75 to 77 cents, that little zone there. It's going to be a pretty important area to get back above, and then you can see that we have some upper POCs coming in here before an actual resistance at 88.8 cents. What is material about these two POCs is going to, again, be your yearly open, and we talked about this. The yearly open is going to be a place of contention. That's at 82.87 cents. Get back above that, you're also above the points of control in all relevant ranges, meaning that we should be looking for a re-challenge of the high of the range, which comes in right here at 88.8 cents. And you guys know that if we do flip that, well, we're really looking up to the key levels here at 97.96 and $1. That is going to be absolutely instrumental for this asset. And as we start expanding on previous ranges again, you can see that, well, this is where our value area low is coming in as well. So we really need to see ourselves getting back above this $1 area. 88.8 cents is going to be the challenge into that. Then we want to see this region flipped into support. Okay, so I would give it a region from 88.8 down to 86 cents probably. At the very lowest, 82.87. So if we were to come all the way up here, if let's say we actually get this bounce, if Bitcoin bounces with it, we do something like this, we really want to see this zone right here. It's a 6-cent zone, which is a little more than I like to give. Really need to see that being turned into support. If you can get through this region, though, you are looking up to the ever important level that we talked about, which is $1.09. You get above $1.09, and I think that we do have some things that we can discuss. I think that would be really, really nice. From there, where do we go? Well, we don't just want to look up just to $1.48 and $1.50. In fact, I'm going to get rid of both of those because I do feel like we have more important levels in front of that. And those do come in the shape of $1.33, then $1.58, which is our NPOC from Q2 and May. From our high right here, right? So we've talked about that level extensively. It is actually surrounded in monthly and weekly resistance as well. To the downside though, guys, if we do lose support here at 66 cents, we have 58 cents to look forward to, probably more like 59, but we still have support down there. I would expect a bounce. If this breaks down, though, the first targets are going to be 47 and then probably about 33 cents. We'll dial that in when we have to. We don't really have to yet because it's just not relevant. We're still trading this range as this range is still active. For now, I'm looking for a bounce up to 75 to 77 cents. One other reason to note those levels is going to be, well, I mean, they're just important, but if we can get back above $1, get back above $1.09, you've got 133, 158. Why is 75 and 77 cents just absolutely important? If we look at all of the price action from the previous year, this is going to be the range low. So this would involve us getting back inside of this range, trying to live in it. You can see that we're really straddling it, but we are putting in bullish market structure. The more we can do this, the better. If you can get back above this and confidently hold this region, again, that is a region between 88.8 cents down to 82.87 cents. This little zone right here gets flipped into support. You're well back within the range. You've flipped some local points of control and ranges to support, and now we can expect to try to rotate back up to that $1 resistance we just talked about from the mathematical averages, but also come in and fill this $1.09. One, it's an NPOC from previous quarters, and two, it is just the overall point of control of the range of this entire structure, meaning that is just going to be an absolutely key battleground and your EQ of the range. Get back above that, and well, we target the high of the range. If we go back to the high of the range, 158 to probably 160 does become very material, and it is the level to be aware of. Anything beyond that, and we look up to the top of the range, which you guys know that we have an overall 12-month range going up to $1.99, right? So very simply put, this is our overall range that we've been in. You can see we're riding the EQ. So again, it is so important for us to hang on to this support that we've been talking about. You lose this support, and well, you are going to have a drop. But if you can break back above these levels, again, it starts at that $1 region, or we have a 98 cents here because this is Bitstamp data. I use Bybit. I traded on Bybit. There's no KYC. They don't restrict you for anything. That's why I prefer to use them. I know that you're not supposed to in the US, but I get a VPN and I do what I want. All right. So link to that is in the bio. There's always a bonus for joining the exchange. So if you guys want to support the channel, feel free to do that. Also, if you guys want to learn how to put these charts together and actually trade this stuff the way that I do and the way I present it to you, all you have to do is click the link in my bio, join our Discord, and I'd love to see you in there. But this is a pretty clear chart, pretty easy one to trade. Again, looking for longs here at the lows. If we can flip this region on the chart, well, we can start really kind of playing the high time frame levels here up to $1.09 ideally. Anything above that, we're looking for 133, 158. Then we're stair-stepping it all the way up to 196. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Do me a favor, follow, like, comment, share, and I'll catch you guys in the next update. All right, guys, we just covered XRP. Let's cover XLM. This is one that I have not covered publicly yet. I have covered it in the group. I did take this trade on XLM earlier in the year from 19.55 to 24.22. Really modest leverage, guys. I don't really leverage trade altcoins too much. It's just not necessary most of the time. But you can see that this is where the exit was. So 24.22 was my exit, and it was 24.265. So one would say I got lucky, or one would say that the technical analysis was 100% respected yet again. So you can see that we have a level here that is actually several years old on the chart, 24.5878 cents, also coming in at the value area low of a macro range that we really need to be back above. And if you get back above that 24.58 cents, things actually start to look a little bit different for XLM. You can actually come up here and challenge into this massive resistance between 33.95 and 39.54 cents. It is just, that is the area right there. You get above 24 cents, where are you going? 33 cents. If you get above, we'll say 37 cents. And the reason we're going to say 37 cents is I will show you here in a second. We just know that this is going to be resistance. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get rid of all of these. And get rid of our range. And what we'll look at is, I guess what I should note is why I took the trade that I did. So to cover that really quickly, you actually had some pretty easy levels to work off of. If we zoom out to like a 3-month chart, right? So what you're going to notice here is going back to your quarterlies, we have a very well-defended low here. So this level here at 19.8862 cents. We've not closed the quarterly below, so you can see that this is support, support, support. So we're getting bounces there. Again, big level to hang on to. And then locally, we did have more action we can now talk about. We'll go out to like a weekly chart, for instance. You can see that we were defending this level. We came down. What did we do? We deviated from the level and created a secondary swing failure pattern of the lows on a material time frame, like a weekly here. And so what we're doing then is going back to backtest resistance. Now, it wasn't just a simple matter of looking at the charts, guys, and understanding how to trade those type of patterns. It was also understanding where, of course, our volume ranges were coming in at. And you can see that the point of control of this range, which normally I would say do not diddle in the middle, which is right around where I got my entry if you took a look at that. So I just decided to take my entry here. The market was moving up at the time. And so for me, I was like, you know what? I know Bitcoin's running up to that 47.7K level. It would make sense to come up here and back test this level as well. That's where I'll get out. So that was the best place to get out of the position, right up here into resistance. Once we were above the POC, where do we go? Top of the range, right? So that was the thought process behind it. Couple that with a few swing failure patterns, and that this is a 3-month level, meaning that as long as we're not closing quarterly levels below it, it should be defended. It should be a well-respected level, and it was. And so we still need to see how that's going to shake out. It's the first month of the next quarter, so a lot can happen. If Bitcoin dumps out of this region after this bounce, yeah, I mean, this thing's probably going to shit the bed, but, we have to take the trades that are available to us when they're there. A lot of people are also going to be looking at this as some form of a falling wedge, probably, if we got to like a weekly chart. They're probably looking at it like this. So you can see that, it makes sense to try to challenge back into the top of the wedge, which it didn't quite make it to. So what we're looking to see is if 19.88 cents is reclaimed, especially if it starts reclaiming it on like a monthly basis, and then that bleeds into the 3-month. But by and large, you could say 16.88 cents is probably the most important support level on the chart right now, because it's more relevant to the time frame that we can actually monitor it more actively if we were to get there. So we would have a little bit sooner, in concrete analysis. And if we were to lose, that level, well, I mean, we'd probably be looking down. So what we really need to see out of XLM here is we do need to see it get back above this 24.858 cents. If you can do that, we are charging up to the point of control. And again, we were just talking about why that was the most important level on the chart. I got sidetracked there, so that is on me. Let's keep this one short and sweet because I know the XRP update's like 7 minutes long. I believe we had an SFP. That's all I needed to be aware of. Perfect. Let's get rid of some of these other horizontals, actually. This is the one level I was on about quite a while ago, actually. And so if we go back out to the yearly chart now, what you are going to notice is you have not closed a yearly candle above 37 cents since, well, 2017. So every time you're above here, this has been the best place to take profits. Now, this is a massive run up to the high. Don't get me wrong. And then same right here, another massive run up. So what we really need to see is that level being taken out, 37 cents, living above that and getting above it and then challenging into these all-time highs. Because as of right now, it's just a very high time frame swing failure pattern. It's going to be a level on the chart that's probably fairly well respected as support and resistance. And you can see right here alone, just boom, boom, boom. People trying to defend that level. They don't want to live below it. What happens when you give the level up, guys? Well, you dump. And you're continuing to dump. And you can look all the way back down to here now and say, well, if we were to lose the support that we're in right now, which is probably just from this tiny range that we have here, would be all the way down here, which looks like a back test of when we were falling into this range, right around 12.77 cents. If we hop out a log scale as well, guys, we do a little fib work. You will notice that's also right around your 866 or your 886, excuse me, always an area of value as you're sitting at the 786 now in linear. I just prefer log because this chart's kind of hard to get around. So really need to see this level down here that we were just speaking about at 16.88 cents for the immediate. That needs to be a level that's held. You can see that it's been a monthly and weekly swing failure pattern. Ideally, living back above 19.88 cents and challenging that 24.58 cents really puts pressure onto the upside for this asset. And then ultimately, I know that I've got that rectangle there. Let me get rid of these key levels. You can see that this is actually the boss level, 37.3642 cents. This is the level to get back above. Hopefully you guys have found this information useful. I trade this on Bybit. As always, guys, I plug the exchanges. You know that well. It just supports the channel. It's a nice free way to do it for us. So if you're going to trade this, again, Bybit is the place that I prefer to do it. Also, there's a link to our educational Discord in the bio. And if you're watching this on YouTube, you made it through the XRP and XLM update. Thank you so much. If you are on TikTok, if you'd like to watch these on YouTube, you can find me on YouTube. It is plugged in my bio as well, Magic Internet Money, and I will see you guys there.